Isn't that a relative statement to make?
Psychology is relative.
What is reasonable?
Psychology is relative.
In fact, what Bishop is saying, right? And when he was defining it, he was using reasonable because it is relative, and that is the reason.
Psychology is relative.
It is relative.
My question to you is, let him answer that question and come to you.
Okay.
Bishop, you're saying we should do it in a reasonable manner. How do we measure the reasonableness of it?
One, the person doesn't get injured. That is the primary thing.
Are you not inflicting pain? So if the pain is not there, is it not?
When you do exercise, don't you pain your muscles? What are you talking about? So
what about the mental?
So discipline a child by saying, I will not do this again. I will not do this again 2,000 times, wasting time. Not only wasting time, but the child's mental this thing. Or the classroom cry, I will not do. Or just shakes it be about, oh, Charlie, 1 6, then we move on. Then the classes go on. Then I'll concentrate.
So you mentioned that throughout your life with your dad, you received 2 lashes.
Yes, I did.
2 different occasions.
I wasn't injured. I learned a lesson. And I never went back to it.
And you think we cannot do same for somebody not to go back to a
without using the cane?
Without using the cane?
So what are you going to do? Tell me. And let me answer you.
No, before he goes, why are you?
I know exactly what you are going to say, and I have my answer.
Daniel, tell me, why are you so?
Because I did psychology of education,
corporal punishment.
You see, corporal punishment and its application within our education system is a problem. All of these things that Bishop is talking about, it is true, but look at the example that he gave. If a child does something wrong in school, and you give the child 6 lashes, and they get back to their colleagues, and their colleagues are saying, "Oh, Charlie, why do you say this? Why do you say this?" What is the communication in that child's psyche?
I will not do it again for me to use 6 lashes.
No.
Yes.
That's one of the answers I can do.
Yes, we cannot go back and say, "Hey, we'll do it again." Sometimes people say, "Charlie, you've received a badge of honor. Why your 6 was school?" It's a badge of honor.
Yes. And you see,
because of that.
But the interpretation of it is like a reinforcement of that behavior that was wrong.
Psychological language, reinforcement.
Oh, see, okay. Let me come down to.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I want people to understand you.
That is true. It is a reinforcement of that behavior that was wrong, because what that communicates to the other kids is that, okay, now some other kids could even say that, oh, this guy is really popular because he always goes and take canes.
6 lashes, yeah.
And then, okay, then if I want to be popular, I also do the same.
That is not true. I've been to school. You've been to school. I went to secondary school. I didn't go to JSS and SHS. I went to school. Those of us who were caned, 98% never went back to those things.
Bishop,
there are some people whose lives are definitely out.
Bishop,
let me ask another question. Bishop, indulge me. So then let me ask this question: why do we punish people when they do wrong?
You see, we do punish people when they do wrong.
Why?
Right? To correct the behavior, to detest them from getting back to that behavior.
Okay, that is why we punish people.
That is how we do it.
That is why we punish people.
That is why we do it.
Okay, so my next question then is this: when people are caned, does it correct a wrong they did? Is it a form of punishment? Does it correct a wrong they did?
The goal of the caning is to correct the wrong they did.
Does it do that?
But hold on.
No,
hold on.
Answer the question.
Yes.
Does it do that?
Listen.
Does it
the
do
goal
that?
of it? No.
It does not correct.
It doesn't.
It doesn't correct.
It doesn't.
It does not.
Let me explain it.
Yeah, please do.
Now, the goal of the application of the caning is to correct the behavior. But you see, punishment, especially in itself, what we call the positive punishment, which is the corporal part of the corporal punishment we are talking about. The goal of it is to correct the behavior. But what it does is that it is so unpredictable. The unpredictability of it is so high that a person.
Yes, we get you water.
The person can actually engage in some counterproductive behavior. And it can even worsen the original behavior that the person has exhibited.
Have you done a study?
Yes. Yes.
Most of the studies people do of what people are
doing.
But you also mentioned the 98% are corrected when they're
because I was in school.
No, was it based on research as well?
It's based on our mates and the way they behaved within my 7 years in Saddle College.
I hear you.
Unfortunately, we came into the news for bad things. But within the 7 years I was in high school.
So you go.
Please give him water. Look, within the 7 years I was in Saddle College, most of us, look, we even made sure that our shirts were always tucked in, because if your shirt was not tucked in, even your jersey and the pants. It had to be tucked in. That is the kind of discipline. If it was not, you are sure that a master will give you some one or two stripes. Go and put in your shirt.
But Bishop, indulge me. I want to hear
you were
something.
correct.
So you were saying, so I said, Daniel, indulge me.